You want to make videos, but you're not sure what to talk about. Here are 3 ideas that will resonate with audiences interested in personal finance, estate planning, financial planning, investing. Video topic number 2, expectations versus reality. So debunk a myth. Everybody loves to have myths debunked. Think of so many of these personal finance misconceptions that are out there. Here's one. You should start a business. Entrepreneurship is the only way to generate real wealth. To build wealth, you must own a business. Probably true in ways, but it doesn't mean it's right for everyone. Big myth out there. We are obsessed with entrepreneurship at this point in time. What does it really look like to be an entrepreneur? If you yourself are one, even better, because then you can really tell the truth and debunk the myths. The theme and the thread with this is advice nowadays is very prescriptive and one size fits all. Whether we're talking about health, personal finance, productivity, relationships, everything is prescriptive, but people are all different. We all have different human designs. Like what works for one person won't necessarily work for someone else. Another one I think would be great for this is expectations of buying a home always being better than renting. Maybe it's not. Like look at mortgage calculators and touch on the qualitative versus the quantitative. So perhaps buying a home is technically more expensive or not as good a deal for owning it this many years, but maybe it makes you happier and therefore is worth it, right? These are individual differences. Touch on that. This would be a good video to start with a compelling stat or chart. You could use vivid examples, use humor. We love to have myths debunked. It's something that we're just compelled and drawn to, like, oh, this thing that everyone thinks is true that actually isn't. Most people are in the middle of a bell curve. That's how averages work in groups. Most people think they're smarter than the average person. You could do the video around something with overconfidence, expectations versus reality, like the expectations of actively trading because you're reading The Motley Fool and the reality of what happens when you actively trade in your account. Cite the white whale study from Fidelity, hashtag lose your password. Talk about lose your password, okay? Expectations versus reality of thinking that you can beat the market. The gambling mindset lives on. This is a dopamine machine. People are thinking they're going to beat the market. That's so funny. Expectations versus reality. Great video topic. You have to show up, and video is the best way to do that right now. Just check the tape. Like that's what's running the internet. That's how you get your foot in the door. It's about building an audience, getting scraped by the algorithm so that then you can be helpful, show up in their feed. And this is, of course, a considered purchase. So you have to do that for a while till somebody's actually ready to call. If you don't want to DIY, learn this yourself, try to write the posts and optimize every bit of the YouTube SEO to get these things found. Not to mention LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, etc. Just get the UnPodcast package. We have a case study on our website. We have an advisor in Houston, Texas, who had no YouTube channel, very, very little presence. And within just 6 weeks, he had over 10,800 impressions, multiple inbound leads, calls booked, clients knocking on his door. All you do is show up for under 4 hours total at the beginning, and then you're good to go for 4 months of weekly content. Video posts, LinkedIn, YouTube Shorts, all the goodies. My name is Emily Binder. I'm the founder of Beetle Moment Marketing and Wealth Voice. Make sure you check out the rest of my videos and podcasts about marketing, voice, video tips. I'll link to my playlists in the show notes or description. If you enjoyed this and you think it would be helpful, send it to a friend or a colleague and make sure that you subscribe, hit the bell. It does help. I appreciate it. Leave a comment on Spotify or YouTube and let me know if you have any questions or what you thought. Thanks for listening or watching. Talk with you next time.